Insulting Jack Doherty is a God-given right, and I would be a fool to deny that. I can't resist. It's like trying to hold in a sneeze. I just have to let it out. I have to clown on Jack Doherty.
Wow, what's going on? What could Jack Doherty have possibly done to be spoken about in this way? Well, you would not believe it. But for those who aren't sure who Jack even is, here goes. Jack Doherty is the super popular YouTuber known for pulling off wild stunts and pranks that most people would never even dream of doing. His channel, which he started back in 2016, really blew up thanks to his crazy antics, like flipping bottles, causing a scene in stores, and taking on all sorts of risky challenges. That kind of content has helped him rack up millions of subscribers. But the thing with Jack is, he's always been a bit reckless. And just recently, during one of his live streams, he went a step too far, and let's just say things didn't end well for him. It all started when Doherty was cruising around in his McLaren 570S, a car that could outrun your average sports car just by sneezing. But instead of just enjoying the ride, Jack thought it'd be a brilliant idea to have his friend do a live stream of the whole thing. Oh, but he didn't stop there. He did something even more stupid and irresponsible. While still driving, he was reading the chat on his phone, a McLaren, at high speed, on a wet road. Yeah, you can probably see where this is headed, right?
Whoa! Whoa! No! No! Oh, fuck. No, watch out, watch out. Oh. Fuck, open the door, open your door. We're locked in here.
That's right. No surprise here, right? Suddenly, the car hits a patch of water, what they call hydroplaning, and just like that, he loses control. The next thing you know, his precious McLaren is spinning out of control. And when a car like that decides to spin, it doesn't end well. Total disaster. The car was wrecked, completely totaled. But interestingly enough, it's after the crash that you'd really get to see how immature and irresponsible Jack Doherty really is. Because it wasn't just the car that paid the price for his recklessness, his cameraman, Michiel, who was right there with him during this insane live stream stunt, got injured in the crash. And did Doherty really care? Well, you see for yourself.
Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Oh, Michael. Are you okay? Holy fuck. Oh my god, bro. There's no fucking... Michael, here. Michael, do you have your film on that phone too?
So get this. Jack's friend is sitting there, clearly in a world of hurt, blood oozing down from his head like something out of a horror movie. You'd think Jack would be panicking, or at least checking if he was okay, right? Nope. Instead, he asks him if he's okay one time, and then casually hands his buddy the phone and says, "Keep filming for the stream." Talk about dedication to content. And if that wasn't enough, Jack pulls out another phone and tells him to shoot from multiple angles. I mean, seriously, what was he planning? A cinematic masterpiece? It's like, okay, Michael, I know you look like you just survived a zombie apocalypse, but let's not forget, this is prime content here.
Fuck, dude. My fucking car. Holy shit, no. Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
To Jack, they were in the middle of a show, and it's like he needed his friend to rub some dirt on his injury or something and get back to work. Honestly, it's like he was trying to turn a medical emergency into an audition tape. If you're not up for it, well, you can take a hike, buddy. No hard feelings, but we've got views to chase. It's both hilarious and a little unsettling, like he forgot that human life doesn't come with a blooper reel. You can't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all, but you also kind of wonder if Jack has ever heard of priorities. But if you still think Jack cared about his friend or what was really happening, then this next clip would clear all doubts.
Oh my god. My car is totaled, bro. Oh my god, this is cooked.
Notice how he keeps glancing at the camera? It's almost like he's in a video shoot, trying to act out a role or something. Honestly, it's almost like he's checked out completely from how dire and serious this situation is, and just how much he's to blame for the accident. Like he's living in some alternate reality where pain and injury are just part of the show. You've got to wonder if he sees this whole disaster as a golden opportunity. Oh, this is gonna blow up. This is great for the brand. It's like he's one of those characters on a CW show, putting on a dramatic performance that's way too over the top for real life. Meanwhile, he barely even pauses to check in on his friend. I mean, sure, he tosses out one half-hearted question about whether he's good, but it's more of a formality than genuine concern. Then, boom, it's right back to business as usual, handing over the phone like he's passing a baton in a relay race, only this time the prize is viral fame. And let's not overlook the fact that he asks his buddy to juggle not one, but two phones to capture all angles of the chaos. It's like Jack's mantra is content over everything. And honestly, it's a bit chilling. You start to think, does this guy even have a soul left in that body of his? He's so wrapped up in the moment that you can't help but laugh, even if it's a nervous kind of laugh. But watch what happens when first responders show up.
What's your name? My name is Jack. I was driving and then my tires just slipped and I lost control and then landed here. I was all the way on the left side and I just went there and then I don't know what happened. I just lost control and the next thing you know I'm just going tears. And I don't know what happened.
Oh, come on, Jack. You seriously have no clue what just happened? Well, maybe that's because your eyes were glued to your phone instead of the road. It's almost hilarious how the most honest thing to slip out of this guy's mouth is completely by accident. He's standing there all wide-eyed, admitting he wasn't paying attention. Classic. But hey, here's a thought. Wouldn't it be super helpful to share that little tidbit with the officer on the scene? I mean, come on, Jack. You love promoting your streams, right? So why not let the cop take a look at that video footage? I can only imagine how riveting it would be for them to see exactly what was going on just before this mysterious crash unfolded. Hey officer, check it out. It's my latest adventure, just a little something I like to call driving while distracted. Meanwhile, his friend is over there, still bleeding profusely and clearly in need of some TLC. But does Jack check on him? Nope. Not until more authorities and medical personnel show up does he even pretend to care. And even then, it's like a half-hearted attempt at empathy. Just a quick hug and back to the show. You've got to wonder if he thinks that little gesture absolves him of the whole situation. Now, as you might expect, the internet did not let this slide. People were quick to call him out for being completely irresponsible, especially since someone else got hurt. And to make things even worse for Jack, the streaming platform Kick decided enough was enough and banned him from the platform altogether. Honestly, who could blame them? Reading chat while driving a high-speed sports car? That's a disaster waiting to happen, and it definitely did. As a matter of fact, he was banned from Kick. It might be temporary or permanent, no one knows for sure, but the ban is already in effect. So it's a great opportunity to put your head down and reevaluate your life and decisions, right? Well, not for Jack. After the whole incident, he went on to do something even more stupid. After his wild car crash, he thought it'd be a great idea to upload a shirtless pic of himself standing next to the wreckage of his McLaren. Talk about tone deaf. You'd think, after totaling a luxury car and potentially putting his friend in harm's way, he'd have a bit more decorum. But nope. Instead, we get an Instagram thirst trap right next to the remnants of his pride and joy. It's like he missed the memo that maybe, just maybe, this wasn't the time to flaunt his abs. And guess what? The internet isn't exactly showering him with compliments over this one. People are just shaking their heads in disbelief, pointing out how wildly inappropriate it is to take a moment like this and turn it into a personal photo op. I mean, can you imagine? You just had a serious accident and your first thought is to get a little flex in for the gram? That's a whole new level of self-absorption. But the plot thickens. Following his ban from Kick, Jack decided to pivot and make some cash on TikTok. Oh yes, because what better way to capitalize on your reckless behavior than by jumping onto a platform known for its trending videos? It's like he's saying, hey everyone, I'm still here and ready for more content, even if it's at the expense of some serious stuff.
Everyone double tap the screen. We're almost at 1 million likes, guys. Let's see how fast we can hit it. Let's see how fast we can hit it. Guys, let's see how fast we can hit my Galaxy Go. I'm going to follow everyone back once we hit it. How'd you crash your car? I hydroplaned. I literally hydroplaned. I'm in a McLaren in the pouring rain. What do you expect? You guys have never drove a McLaren.
This move hasn't won him any favors either. If anything, it just fanned the flames of criticism against him. Fans and critics alike are rolling their eyes, calling out his lack of judgment. It's like he's taking the whole "any publicity is good publicity" mantra a bit too far. Instead of reflecting on the consequences of his actions, he's doubling down on the attention, and it's leaving many wondering just how disconnected from reality he really is. In the age of social media, where every misstep is magnified, you'd think he'd tread a little more carefully. But then again, this is Jack Doherty we're talking about. Fame and followers first, consequences second. But for some reason, some of his loyal fans gave him support. Despite expressing gratitude for the support, Jack Doherty couldn't resist sneaking in a little humble brag when someone asked about his car crash. He said, "I literally hydroplaned. I'm in a McLaren in the pouring rain. What do you expect? You guys have never drove a McLaren," as if that somehow justified the chaos. Now, for a 21-year-old to throw that kind of shade while simultaneously asking for cash on TikTok, that's a recipe for a backlash. Nah. People quickly chimed in with their thoughts, and let's just say the comments were spicy. One user pointed out the absurdity of him begging for money while casually dropping the line about driving a McLaren. Another quipped, "Biggest fall off of all time," making it clear they thought he was taking a serious dive in public opinion. Some even suggested he might benefit from a little reality check, like doing a manual job for a year at minimum wage. "Might do the guy some good and build character," one commenter remarked, probably envisioning Jack trading his McLaren for a shovel. And can we talk about that? You guys have never drove a McLaren line? People found it especially tone-deaf coming from someone asking for donations. It's like he's completely missing the mark on how out of touch that sounds. Bro got perma-banned on Kick and this is his last resort? LM foul! Another user fired back, highlighting just how wild it is that he's turning to TikTok after all the drama. So it seems like Doherty's fame is starting to slip through his fingers. And instead of learning from his missteps, he's doubling down on the braggadocio. The internet is definitely keeping an eye on him, and the commentary is nothing short of entertaining. But despite all this backlash, there was a feeble attempt to save Jack's reputation. Doherty's older brother, Michael, 22, decided to jump into the fray regarding the controversy, claiming that his younger sibling wasn't distracted by live streaming or glued to his phone when the accident happened. Instead, he suggested that Jack was only on his phone for about a minute or two prior to losing control. Michael then shifted the blame for the crash to a puddle, which sounds like the setup for a bad joke. But let's keep going. According to Michael, the real culprit was Jack hitting a pocket of water, leading to the McLaren's infamous spin-out. He explained, "McLarens are pretty notorious for spinning out. Apparently, Jack hydroplaned into a barrier and overcorrected in what Michael described as a typical human reaction. You know how it goes. When your car starts to spin, your instinct is to correct the other way, but that just sent him careening off course. While some might appreciate the brotherly defense, others might roll their eyes at the idea that a splash of water could cause such a spectacular crash. It's like blaming the ocean for getting you wet. But hey, family sticks together, right?" It'll be interesting to see how this story unfolds as more details emerge about the incident. So what did you think about the accident? Was Jack being a complete and irresponsible doofus, or was his brother right? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more.